What is going on, everybody?
Hello!
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. When we left off.
Things went south real quick.
Yep. Thought I was doing good, and instead I just did all the bad in the world.
Like, I had a feeling it was too easy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Anyways, now we've got to go save Ron Delight from being called a fucking murderer, so
Well, I mean, he's already being called a murderer.
well, you know what I mean. Save him from it.
Yeah.
So, what do we do now?
Isn't it obvious? We should get out there and investigate the murder.
Well, first we need to find out exactly where KB Security is located.
Hey, why don't we ask Miss Delight? She should know. Besides, I want to ask her some stuff about motorcycles.
Motorcycles? You're not thinking of getting one, are you?
I'm not the same little Maya who used to be happy with her dinky little bike, Nicky boy.
Speaking of asking around, I've got a few questions of my own for Mr. Delight.
Okay, well, let's make sure to go to the detention center, too.
And the Sacred Urn. You must believe we got the Sacred Urn back, huh?
You bet. But there's something a little different about it.
Huh?
Don't me. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I mean, take a look at this. It clearly says I am on the urn and the poster.
Yeah.
But the urn we got back says Ami like it always used to.
Well, you know, oh yeah. You're right.
Plus the vase has pink splotches on it now. I'm sure they weren't there before.
Maya doesn't know, but 1 year
yeah.
ago when the urn was broken, the repair accidentally turned Mystic Ami's name into I Am.
Yeah.
And that repairer was one mechanically unskilled little Pearls.
Oh.
But still, I don't remember ever seeing pink splotches on it.
Yeah, there's still that to figure out. Remember the whole paint thing?
Yeah.
Like,
okay, I might not be completely off with the fact that the robbery is still relevant. Because, like, they're throwing all this out there of, like, things that we had as evidence that never really came to be in the last part. The paint, the fact that it dried days before, it was hidden behind the statue. Maybe?
is it possible that urn is a fake? No, it's...
I'm sure Pearls will find out about that once she gets back to Crane Village.
Yeah, I suppose.
Now that I think about it, Maya hasn't been back to Crane Village in a long time.
Oh yeah, she hasn't.
How's the place doing? So, I guess people still go to Crane Village to do their training, right?
Yep. If you want to become a spirit medium, you need to undergo severe training.
So, why haven't you been training lately, Maya?
Well, lately I've been thinking of heading to a channeling dojo to do just that.
A channeling dojo, huh? That's pretty serious, whatever it is.
If you're going to train, you have to be serious. Otherwise, real tragedies can happen.
I like trains. Okay, don't know why that hit my brain, but... Is what happened last year still bothering you? A murder in her village. It happened because the power of channeling was misused.
Yeah. When a medium uses a Karain technique, she temporarily loses her own will.
So when an especially strong spirit is summoned, the spirit medium can get taken over and even forced to commit terrible crimes. What's worse, in those cases, the spirit medium has no memory of what happened.
Yeah.
But she wasn't the one who did anything. It was the sister was a fake, remember?
It was still misused, though. Like, the whole... It was used as an excuse for murder.
Yeah.
And she was involved.
Yeah.
I would be bothered by that, too.
It wasn't your fault, Maya. You know that, don't you?
I suppose not, but... I guess I'm still a bit shaken up, that's all.
Sounds like being the master of Crane is going to be a heavy responsibility. Alright, anyways, now that we got all that out of the way, time to go to the detention center.
Yep.
Can we go visit two people now? Is Luke at me locked up and just like... Okay.
Like a chihuahua.
I already told you, it's not me!
A sad, pitiful whine that tapers into silence.
Sounds like they're interrogating Mr. Delight right now.
Man, and we don't have enough time as it is.
Yeah, well, I guess the police are going crazy just like we are. Guess they thought he was just a thief, but now they got a murder case on their hands.
I guess you're right. That guard over there looks a bit on edge, too.
Oh. Come on, we just have to come back later.
Okay, let's go check out some other place, Nick.
Okay, never mind, can't talk to anyone. Goodbye. Before I go to the hideout, I want to see if there's anything to do.
I was going to have you check out the guard.
Oh, maybe if we go back there. But I want to check out, is there anything going on here? Look at me. What have you got for me? I need some more evidence. Oh, this place is literally crawling with cops.
Oh, yeah. What did you expect? Now that they know he was actually mask to mask, it must be incredibly embarrassing for them, don't you think?
Yeah, I guess they're trying to make up for it by tearing the place apart. Hey, I just noticed. Gumshoe is nowhere to be seen.
Well, he is a homicide detective. He's probably working on the murder case.
Yeah. We'll probably find him in the office.
Yeah.
But wasn't he in charge of the mask to mask investigation all the way up to yesterday?
Well, a murder case is a lot more exciting, isn't it? He'd say something like, "There's nothing like a good murder case, pal."
Points for the quality of the impression, but I'm not sure Gumshoe has bloodlust, Maya.
That was a pretty good impression.
Yeah. I just like if she was just randomly doing the voice, we were to cut in and it's just all of a sudden like, "There's nothing like a good bloodlust, pal." Or
a good murder case.
A good murder case, pal. Whatever the fuck is it.
He's like, "Whoa, wow, that's really good."
Can't investigate anything anymore. Okay.
Wow.
What a useless piece of shit place. Okay, take it off my list.
It's for plot. Jeez.
All right, time to go to Mask's hideout. Mask to Mask's hideout. It's Ron's hideout now, unless he is Mask to Mask. Anyways.
Oh, Nicky boy, Maya.
Miss Delight.
All I wanted to do was help my dear Ronnie.
Yeah, but I guess it ended up hurting his case.
Don't say that, Nick. She doesn't need your help beating herself up. Hey, Nicky boy, please. Please help Ronnie. He's not a killer, I swear. My Ronnie wouldn't hurt a fly.
All right, I'll poke around and see what I can find out.
Literally, we have a fruit fly in the house that's been around here for days, and I can't kill it because he won't let me. Really? Are you serious? Oh, I'm so happy.
You dingus.
I knew asking you for your help was the right thing to do. I don't know what I can do to help anymore.
I had no idea Miss Delight had such a vulnerable side. I
still think she has a bigger thing in all this.
Yeah, so do I.
Listen carefully, Nicky boy. My Ronnie would never, ever kill anyone. It's just not in him. He's too much of a... I don't think he would either, Nick.
Yeah, but you have to admit he's got a bit of a temper to him. It's not that hard to imagine him snapping and screaming, "Please die!"
Oh my god. He would never say that. Anyway, Miss Delight, he might not be a killer, but he's still going around saying that he's a thief. I already told you, that's just a fantasy for him.
Miss Delight, I hate to say it, but you're the one living in a fantasy world.
What? How dare you say that to me, Nicky boy? I know everything about my Ronnie. We don't have any secrets between us. Ronnie isn't the thieving type. He's so honest that he wouldn't even sneak a nap. He's so honest that he wouldn't even steal a glance. A thief! The very idea.
I guess you just don't get it. Or I guess I just don't get it.
Huh? Get what?
I just can't understand how they can be so different and yet be such a happy couple.
Yeah, they sure are different. See? It works!
God damn it.
Come on now, Nicky boy. It's not that mysterious, is it?
I think it's just to point to the fact that they're not exactly as different as they're supposedly on their front.
It was love at first sight. For me, anyway. What? For you?
Why? It's okay.
Oh, I hate these kinds of people more than anything. You mean ace detectives?
These are not ace attorneys. Ace attorneys are cool. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm fine with ace detectives. Oh, so then you must mean thieves. Yeah, she hates criminals.
Yeah.
No, they're all right too. I just hate thieves that pretend to be ace detectives. There's nothing I hate more than cowardly men. By the way, why did you go to Detective Atmey's office anyway? Well, as the trial went on, I started to get more and more anxious. As I'm smiling as I say that. I went there to try and find out more about the real criminal. The real criminal? Yes, obviously the real Mask to Mask is not my Ronnie, right? Yeah? And Detective Atmey knew more about Mask to Mask than anyone else. They mentioned him on the Great People Around Town segment on TV.
So then, you went there to ask him some questions?
That's right. I'll do whatever it takes to save my man. Security said, the ace detective isn't in right now.
Secretary.
Oh.
Yes, you still.
I was trying to register what it was that I missaid, and I'm like, oh, security.
Yeah.
But I forced my way past her and into his hideout.
I wouldn't exactly call that office of his a hideout.
That bag was sitting right there on top of the table.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we saw that bag there yesterday too. There's nothing lower than someone who would try to pin a crime on someone else. Mr. Light, do you know about KB Security?
Hang on, sorry, I had a thought.
Don't be silly, of course I do. That's where my Ronnie works.
So she thinks he still works there, huh? That's right, because she said that he still worked there.
Yeah.
And yet, according to what we heard today... Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Grandlight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard.
God damn it.
Ron quit. He doesn't work there anymore.
It looks like Mr. Light doesn't know. KB Security is only about 20 minutes away. By motorcycle, that is.
They're telling me it takes 30 minutes by car.
Well, I have to admit I tend to fly pretty fast on my bike.
To make it to KB Security that fast, are you sure you literally aren't flying?
Why don't I give you a ride sometime? Or better yet, how about now?
You can give me a ride anytime you want. No, thanks. I'll pass. Thanks. Maya, don't tell Pearls. Maya, don't tell Pearls. Well, why don't you
I can hear you all the way from Cray Village!
She just channels through Maya quick. Why don't you just tell us where it is and we'll go ourselves?
What a scaredy cat you are, Nick.
Miss Light told us location KB Security.
Okay, let's head over there right away, Nick.
Soon. In a second.
Well, at first sight, yeah.
I had a thought in the middle of that because, like, whenever I don't have lines, my head tends to think of the case a little bit. And I think they're onto something big with that fleeting line at the beginning talking to Maya of, like, you don't think that's a fake, do you? But what if it is? Because like you'd mentioned, when it was put back together, the color didn't necessarily exactly match the old one. So I'm wondering...
That could just be like an art thing.
But if you think about it, if the paint and everything had dried, you know, days ago with all that stuff, and the paint was on the urn, what if they'd planted a fake one to be used through this case while the real one is actually is gone? And we're probably gonna find that out whenever fucking Pearls runs back. Mystic Maya, it's a fake Mystic Maya, it's not real, they stole Amy still. Anyways, love at
We keep
first sight,
switching between Ami and Amy.
I don't know.
So was it really love at first sight when you met Mr. Delight?
Love at first sight when you met Mr. Delight. Okay.
Well, maybe not at first sight, but Ronnie saved my life. Saved your life? It was at work one day when two robbers suddenly rushed in. Well, I'm not the kind to just curl into a little ball in a corner, so I fought back.
The robbers?
Yes, they took me hostage. I was so frightened. I'm smiling as I'm saying this. They were both carrying these huge knives, and I broke down into tears.
Yeah, I would too if I were in that situation.
Oh, I think I get it. Did Mr. Delight come running to save you? Yes, exactly. I remember he looked so handsome in that guard uniform of his.
His fucking hair still, though.
He went right up to those knife-wielding robbers and screamed in their faces.
Is he on his knees begging for them to let her go?
Yeah.
Please stop it!
He screamed. I could see the robbers' faces turn pale.
That high-pitched shriek of his does have a surprisingly strong effect on people.
You picked his voice well.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh my god. Then, crying and swinging his arms like crazy, he attacked the two robbers.
Okay.
They'll be like, oh my god, he's insane!
Fucking pathetic.
All by himself. He came to save me, a total stranger, all by himself. He was so scared that he was crying and shaking, but he still risked his life for me. Wow, that's a great story. Yes, he may not look it, but in a tough situation, there's no one better. That's why I fell in love with him like I did.
It's so romantic. I'd fall in love too, I guess.
Oh my god, Phoenix really.
I'm gonna go hire a couple people to rob me if you can save me quick.
Nick, I hope you'll do the same for me if I ever get taken hostage.
I'll just throw a hamburger at your feet and tell them to have fun.
She has been taken hostage.
Yeah. With mine, that possibility always seems looming in the not so distant future.
He's like, please don't have that happen again.
It's like, listen, you've been in a lot of trouble like every single game, okay? Yeah. All right. Guess it's time to hit the old dusty
doesn't she
trail.
realize when they first met, he practically saved her life too? Just in a much more complicated way.
Yeah. All right. KB Security. Oh, he's at the safe looks. Wait.
CEO's office.
Wait a minute.
What?
That's the safe from the intro.
Huh? Oh, you're right.
Now then. Who was with Gumshoe on that one day?
I don't know. Just some person.
Was that maybe Luke Atme that was with him? Because there was only question marks for the other... Well, actually, it was just literally the white text. We had to guess who Gumshoe was there once we saw his shadow.
Yeah, and the whole pal thing. Yeah, that
Perhaps
lock
I'm
was in the beginning.
More.
And when they opened it, the, calling card was in there.
Yeah. But I mean, that was a flashback to the crime that happened before the current one. But still, if Luke Atme was with Gumshoe, like, with this case, then he would know the office. And if you think about it, Luke Atme wanted to be all by himself when supposed Master Mask, / real Master Mask came in. Like, Luke Atme could have set a perfect alibi for himself as a lie with no other witnesses possible to the situation.
It's just, all just doesn't sit well with me.
Like, we would have to ask, like, Ron DeLight and just be like, hey, listen, if you were there,
hey, listen,
if you actually stole that, did you see Luke anywhere in that building? Because if not, we can twist this whole thing around.
It's just, we still don't know if Ron is delusional or not.
I think we've been bamboozled. I think we've been red herringed, and he is Master Mask. Because we have to save him somehow, and there's not many ways to do that.
It's just, then...
Because the only way...
Why would Luke Atme say, oh, I'm Master Mask? You know?
Because he wants that, like...
See, why would he say that?
It's also a better way to get off than being convicted of murder.
Yeah, but still, like, I don't. Let's just.
We gotta roll with the flow here on this.
We
one.
won't get any answers unless we play.
No. So I guess this is where it all went down, huh?
The walls here look thick, just like you'd expect in a CEO's office.
It's fucking futuristic as shit.
Yeah. Future.
What? Future. What does it got to do with anything? Hey, it's you guys. Oh, it's Detective Gumshoe. Today was a real train wreck for you guys, huh?
Sure was, pal. That prosecutor made real fools out of us. He was kind of hot, too.
I feel for you.
Wow, that's not like you at all. Thought you'd be more like, oh, that was great. You guys got what you deserved, pal. Or something to that effect.
Do I really sound like that to you, pal?
If the gumshoe fits.
Fucking... Well, anyway... The point is, I can tell when someone puts their heart into their jobs. And I can sympathize when things don't go your way. Sometimes I feel like wrong is the only way things go for us detectives.
Yeah. Wow, I had no idea Detective Gumshoe was such a nice guy.
I mean, you've been talking to me for like 20 hours of your fucking life, okay? Actually, it's more like 40, 50 at this point. And probably, actually, it's way over 50 anyways. But now, if this little love fest is over, maybe we can start investigating. Examine. The safe.
Wow, this safe is unbelievable.
I bet 4 pearls would fit in there.
It's got a bunch of doohickeys attached to it.
It's pretty amazing, all right. Motion sensors, heat sensors, weight sensors.
Jeez. Hey, Nick, come on. Let's open it and take a look.
If I broke into one of these, I wouldn't. Wouldn't that send me down the path of Hoodlumville? Okay, the body marks.
This rope. You think it fell out of the safe when it was open?
No, I think that's the body line. I don't think so.
So you mean...
Yeah, I think this string shows where and how the corpse was lying.
You mean... The victim... He was killed by being crushed by the safe door?
She can't be serious, can she? I know. I'm thinking almost by the looks of it that maybe someone was trying to stuff them in there.
Ew.
Because, I mean, the legs are in.
Yeah.
And it'd be very weird for them to be inside and just be like, oh, oops.
Oh, can you imagine them, like, trying to hide in the safe from the murderer?
That's what I was just thinking of. Like, maybe they were trying to get in there to hide and call the police, but they were caught, like, a little beforehand, and then did get hit by the safe door on their way in. Like, literally,
but
they're
no,
trying
see,
to get in and
I
their
was
head
thinking,
goes, bloop.
like, they fell out. I'm thinking much more gruesome. I know it would never happen. But, like, the door, like, fell out, and they fell out, and then the murderer fucking crushed the door on their legs and then killed them.
Oh, God. Well, we were in the same thought. Mine was a little more gruesome of that they were trying to get into the safe, and as they were trying to, like, close the door, the victim, like, whenever the boss had his head out, the murderer just went punk with the door, and then just, there's not much surviving that heavy-ass door going against your skull.
No.
Anyways, a book. Let's read the book. Check out this big, thick binder here.
Leave the heavy lifting to me, Nick.
Okay, reading a file isn't exactly back-breaking work, just a little hard on the eyes. Duh!
What did you find out, Nick?
This file, it's not about any sort of security operations or anything. This huge file is all about Mask to Mask. It's filled with info on him.
What? What kind of info?
It's filled with incredibly detailed information about his methods in the crime scenes.
Hey, Nick, look at the last page.
It's a list. I see.
Let's see.
Let's see. Tier of Emanon. $100,000. This looks like a list of all the treasures that Mask to Mask stole.
So then $100,000 is the value of the stolen item?
I don't know. The number sounds kind of low to me. I think I better secretly make a copy of this list.
Yeah. Because that's legal. What? You have that thinking face on.
I do.
That face when you're, like, zoned out.
Okay.
Like, the face he has right now is equivalent to the face of, like, the mathematical equations look going around in the air.
This whole thing is switched.
What are you talking about?
Because...
What do you mean switched?
It'll be too
Nintendo
obvious.
Switch?
It'll be too obvious to say, like... Oh, this is a list of the price of the items that were taken. But they made it very apparent to say these are kind of low. As if those are, say, beginning auction prices.
Oh, like bids starting at 100,000?
Yes.
So you think it's like a black market type thing?
Yes.
Huh.
And the CEO of KB Security is controlling those auctions. It's getting tasty up in here.
It's making my head hurt more at this
I'm
rate.
sorry.
I legit have a headache.
I'm just trying to be a smart boy. Weird picture of mountains and what looks like almost a creepy face popping out of the mountains. Okay.
Oh yeah, I see it. It's like on the left side, a little loop.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that huge frame photo.
Tall mountains rising majestically against a dark and cloudy sky.
You've been around Godot too much.
Oh yeah.
There's a title written at the bottom of the photo. The greatest sunrise of my life. This is it? This was his best sunrise?
Fuck. Yeah, this guy didn't get out enough or he had really rotten luck with the weather.
Maybe if he had lived a little longer, he would have seen some better days. Damn.
Yeah, that button's also an interesting thing right there. Let's check out his desk first, though. Look at the CEO's desk. It's not something I would have thought.
Hey, that looks like a super soft chair. Let me try it out just for a second. Ooh, nice. I feel just like a CEO. Hey, you! Whip me up a cup of some really expensive import tea and some scones. Move it! Ah, this is the life.
The victim sat in that chair just before he was brutally killed, you know. Oh, that's great.
Oh
Computer?
no, I peeked the microphone.
That's okay.
You do that all the time.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna check that button last, because that feels important to me. Looks like some kind of bookshelf rolling cabinet hybrid.
I can't get in between these two shelves.
Don't strain yourself trying. Looks like the shelves are controlled by a special panel.
So I guess it's one shelf at a time, huh? Looks like they're filled with bunches of files.
Yeah, files full of data about security jobs they were hired to handle.
Be a good night's reading if you got insomnia. I was looking for something a little bit more exciting, like UFOs or something.
Alright, button.
Oh, there's a button here. Let's see.
Oh! Hey, cut it out. Don't press that.
That was pretty funny. I never knew Detective Gumshoe could jump like that.
Oh, what is this button anyway? It's an emergency buzzer. It says it right here on the panel.
Oops, you're right. It's written right there. Nick, how many times have I told you to read the instructions first?
This alarm's connected to the basement guard room. It's used to summon security up here. Really? That's possible on the night of the crime.
Oh, it's when the CEO was attacked. Do you think that maybe he pressed the buzzer?
Yeah, I thought about that, so I asked around down there. But they said that the buzzer never went off that night.
Oh.
Also, we couldn't find any fingerprints on the buzzer.
Oh.
Mr. Bullard, the victim, wasn't wearing any gloves, by the way, just so you know. I think we better go and talk to that guard about this emergency buzzer.
Yeah, why?
It's gonna be
Like,
Larry,
if you were
isn't it?
about to be murdered, why would you not push that emergency button that's there just for that reason?
Yeah. There's a lot of fishy shit going on here. And I feel like eventually, because I think with this computer
Fishier than
here,
a fish market.
because I'm going to assume with this computer here, it's one of those like super fancy electric ones where you put in a beep, boop, boop, and it'll slide to whatever thing would fit in what you typed.
A beep boop boop.
A beep, boop, boop. That's right. All right, we also have
Beep boop boop bop.
we also got to talk to Gumshoe, so. All right.
Detective Gumshoe, tell us what you know about the murder. Right now!
Okay, but the thing is, I'm really not supposed to.
Hey, come on. What about how we put our hearts into our work? Things are really working against us right now, and we need help.
Okay, I'll tell you. Just don't start crying on me, okay, pal?
Okay, I won't cry on you, pal.
Oh, Jesus
Whoa.
Christ. He looks like an underworld gang lord. If there's ever a man that could hold some expensive dark web auctions, it's that fucking man right there. Victim's name is Kane Bullard.
You
Here's it.
said that as Phoenix.
Kane Bullard, sorry. Sorry, he was the CEO of KB, Kane Bullard, Security, and a pretty big fella in his own right. His corpse was discovered at 9 this morning. His estimated time of death was 1 in the morning on October 12th.
Oh.
Cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head. Probably an object in this room. The safe.
Yeah. Blunt force trauma.
It happened at exactly the same time that Master Mask was stealing the urn, huh? It's too perfect to not be deliberate. That's the biggest
Cerebral
thing.
hemorrhaging. Ugh.
Literally popped his head and just ow.
So
Fucking
why did
ow.
it take almost an entire day to discover the body?
There's a good explanation for that
Was it
one.
in the safe?
Oh, poor fucker. He was probably trying to hide in there, but he got bopped and then pushed in. Oh, probably was stuffed inside that safe. Safe? Oh, it is pretty big. Nobody had heard from him when they opened the safe this morning. Out he came.
Can you imagine?
Oh, so the body fell out. That white string must be the shape when he fell out.
Ugh. I think we still need some more information about Mr. Billiard.
Bullard.
But it said
Maybe you should start
no,
by getting the man's name
Yeah,
right.
she said I read billiard
Well, no, I
that's
was
what it
saying that to
said.
I was saying that to her.
as Phoenix. Oh,
Yeah, I was just like, it's Bullard.
Oh.
You just maybe start by getting the man's name right. All right.
I'm like, I didn't read it wrong for once.
All right. You tell me about Detective Atme, boy. He's still relevant. I know it.
So, what happened to Master Mask?
He's at the detention center screaming like a madman. Investigate me again. He keeps yelling. No, I didn't mean him. He's not the real thief anyway, right? Oh, you mean that Detective Atme? Oh, that was great. That guy got what he deserved.
Now, that's the detective I know and love.
Think about it. Atme was always around when the calling card showed up, but he always mysteriously disappeared when the heist took place. I was hiding at the crime scene. Yeah, right. That's the lamest thing I've ever heard. That's how you just knew he was the thief. That would explain how he was able to retrieve the stolen item he keeps bragging about. Yeah, he just did that to make himself look like a great detective, that's all.
Because see, this was our theory about him.
Yeah, but there's this one thing I can't figure out about this first heist. This first heist? Yeah, the tear of him in the case. There was a witness on that one.
A witness?
Yeah, I saved the newspaper clipping. Since the thief is already under arrest, you guys can keep it. Alright. Give it to me.
Hey, this guard here. Haven't I seen him somewhere before?
Oh, you better be shitting me. You've got to be shitting me. Isn't Larry? I swear to God. It's pretty small, so it's kind of hard to see, but now that she mentions it... Oh no, it's Larry. It's Larry. Alright, let's go take a look at this thing.
But the hair looked like... The hair looks like Whiny Boy.
That would be even more interesting. Alright.
Doesn't it? Like it's the hair, the
That could potentially help, well, in a way. Okay, so we can't actually read it. So, actually, you know what? Yeah. If it was gonna say more to it, I would say, oh, it's Larry, and we gotta go talk to him and see what he hears.
No, because that hair.
Yeah,
that can't be anything but hair. It's got that the curl, the hairstyle.
Yeah, I think that's Ron.
Yeah.
And that would put him as another person that could totally be onto it. What if Ron was working with the CEO, Mr. Kane Bullard, as being this master to steal all this stuff to give to Kane to sell on the black market, kind of working together. But then he was just kind of like, I can't do this anymore because of this and and then like Ron got a fucking kill me, man, kill me.
It's complicated.
Next time we're gonna talk about Prosecutor Godot, and it's gonna be a good fucking time. Okay,
And
we're gonna get answers.
Bigger headaches too.
No, I need answers. God